Day 2 of the North American International Auto Show's media preview gets underway today. Joining us live from Cobo Center is auto expert Doug Bronner with an inside look. It's like a kid in a candy store. Doug, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Alan. What a day it was yesterday, day one of the press preview, but we're all coming back, some 8,000 of us today. We're first in, so we're going to show you some cars that you just haven't seen before. And one of the stars yesterday, Alan, had to be Lincoln. Let me get out of the way and show you why they're so proud of the new MKC. This is the luxury crossover that so many people are talking about, and a brand that really is going to surge back into popularity. I think this year you'll hear more about Lincoln than you've heard in the previous 10 years. There were oohs and ahs. Inside this thing, it's all about the luxury. Beautiful appointments, and the stitching on the leather even just caught my eye. Look for it, hopefully, and show them sometimes later this year. And this, of course, everybody was talking about the Stingray yesterday from Corvette. GM saying the 450 horsepower Stingray draws a lot of its design cues from the 60s. And look, the Corvette sales were at a very historic low back in 2010, but this car is expected to have significant demand. So we're hearing if you want one, get to your Chevy dealer before fall and place your order. Cadillac, excited about this. This is the ELR, Alan. You've never seen it. It's a plug-in hybrid, just like the Chevy Volt, using the same technology. This Cadillac will go 35 miles on just battery power, so you could go to and from work and never use a drop of gasoline. It's going to be built right here in Detroit. It'll go on sale early 2014. And then Jeep, still excited about the Compass, getting a lot of attention here. New 6-speed transmission, needed it in that Compass, by the way. I always thought they should upgrade it. They have, and it looks good, and it gets 30 miles to the gallon. Well, Michelin is here. They're talking about their partnership with Ford. Take a look, because when you put the right tires on that have low rolling resistance, in fact, these Energy Saver all seasons, Ford's saying that they use them and get a 26% reduction in rolling resistance to maximize fuel economy, helping to offset the cost of the tires. So keep that in mind. And from Hyundai, this is the HCD 14 Genesis concept. How do you like those doors? Inside, over the top. In fact, full luxury, hand gesture recognition. You point at something and you move it, and when you get a phone call, your little picture comes up in the windshield and it tells you who's calling. No word yet on when they'll build it, but I bet you they will. And from Kia, they're talking about their new flagship. It's called the Cadenza, full size, the most powerful V6 they've ever built, 293 horsepower. It'll go on sale this summer, and it's expected to be upwards of the high 30 range. Kia getting into the full-size sedan game. And then finally, the big news, of course, yesterday was who was going to win North American Car and Truck of the Year. If you haven't heard, let's go at it. Cadillac winning the North American Car of the Year award with the ATS, and that was not it, but it was the Cadillac ATS, as we all now know. And of course, Chrysler division Ram winning the Truck of the Year, the 1500. There it is. I drove the 1500 a lot this summer, or last summer, I should say. I love it on the inside. I was telling somebody, you don't feel like it's a truck when you're driving it. It's that comfortable. That was a well-deserved award for Ram. They winning for the first time in over a decade. I just love the fact that we had domestic automakers winning both car and Truck of the Year. So congratulations to both Cadillac and Ram.
Hey, Doug, let me ask you quickly, because the government is pretty much put an insistence on this. Have you seen most of the automakers now slowly starting to make their vehicles get more miles per the gallon?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's really what everybody's talking about here. And the goal for companies like Lincoln as well is how do we give people the space that they want, the utility that they want, but with a heavy emphasis on gas mileage. It wasn't that long ago where nobody's even talking about gas mileage. Like, well, if you want it big, of course, it's not going to get good MPGs. That's not the case anymore. So the automaker's challenge is to build something that will give us the power that we want while getting us those MPGs, and they do that typically through technologies like direct injection and cylinder deactivation. They work well, and that's why we're seeing to kind of get best of both worlds, right? We get good, robust, powerful vehicles with good gas mileage.
All right, Doug, I'm sure we'll be talking to you again this week, so take care, buddy.
Thanks, Alan.